Sandy Wolofsky is used to teaching people to ski at all levels, from beginners to Olympic athletes. Today, she's teaching a very special group of people to ski cross-country in St. Agathe. Sandy is the founder of OuiCanSki. We, as in yes in French, is a nonprofit organization that introduces new Canadians to skiing in Quebec. She's had people from all corners of the world learn to ski, from Equatorial Guinea to France. But today, 60 Ukrainian refugees are boarding a bus in Montreal to head to the Laurentians to learn how to cross-country ski and snowshoe. Sandy is on the line with us now, waiting for them to arrive in St. Agathe. Victoria Kazda has been in Montreal since April of last year. She fled Ukraine with her mother and is settling into the city, but she's trying something new today. Good morning, Sandy and Victoria.
Good morning.
Hi, Sona.
Sandy, we've spoken with you before about OuiCanSki, but just as a refresher, where did you come up with the idea for this organization?
Well, it really started because I spent many years as a reporter out in Moscow and in Eastern Europe. And throughout all those years, the one thing that I really realized was that I was born with a winning lottery ticket, and I had my grandparents to thank for it because I had done absolutely no work. And I guess I always wanted to thank them. And obviously, I was too young when they passed away to have done anything. And one of the ways that they solidified their Canadianness was they learned to ski on Mount Royal. And I have a 16-millimeter film where you can see them skiing on Mount Royal with Park Avenue in the background. And it's this amazing little tidbit of nostalgia family history for me. And so when I thought about how could I really honor my grandparents and do something to pay it forward, I thought, I need to do something in the world of skiing. And so I just started this program where I invited people from all sorts of immigrant organizations to come out, and I would teach them how to ski. And I guess this is really my thank you to my grandparents.
So how do you find the people to go on the ski trips?
Generally, I work with immigrant aid societies. I've worked with Entre de Perrin, I've worked with CASI, and I've worked with OMETS. And today is one of the days where I'm going to be working with OMETS, which has 180. I mean, if you could believe that. They are working with 180 Ukrainian refugees who have come here. And I thought this would be an amazing opportunity for them to go outside the city and to meet some people.
You've done a few of these trips now, both in downhill. This is your first time doing cross-country and snowshoeing, right?
Correct, yes.
Where do you find this makes the biggest impact?
You know, it's amazing. I've always understood that this is going to have an impact on the people who come out here and experience the outdoors and experience winter, and they get to meet other people and they get to meet the other and go out of their silos and experience some quote-unquote Canadianness. I had no idea when I started this that the instructors that I work with, the people who are born and bred here and who teach skiing, they have come to me and they have said, wow, what an incredible experience, because they've never met immigrants. They've never met people from all over the African continent or the Asian continent. And so when they themselves get to meet, quote unquote, the other, it's just as much of an experience for them as it is for those who have just come to Canada. And I have to say, this sort of it transcends what I even imagined for myself, the impact that this can have for everyone.
Well, Victoria is one of the people going to St. Agathe today. Victoria, how did you end up coming to Montreal from Ukraine?
Oh, well, since 2 weeks after war started, me and my mom, we moved to Poland first. And we were hosted by one very nice Polish family. And we were just waiting there for good news from Ukraine to be able to come home. But there was no good news. And then we found out about this program for Ukrainians from Canadian government. And because I have a very close person to me who lives in Montreal, we applied for visa, and this is how we're here.
And how do you like being in Montreal?
Well, I actually like a lot Montreal, and I have a very positive experience being here because I meet such nice people, really welcoming and friendly. I feel a lot of help and support as for Ukrainians and as for newcomers. from the government, from different communities, like OuiCanSki agency. I'm so grateful to them. And all this really helps, a lot to adapt, to integrate here in a new country. So, I'm having I'm experienced very, very good, very nice feelings and feel quite comfortable here.
You still have family and friends, though, in Ukraine. So what is it like to hear about what's happening in the war?
Oh, yeah. I still have my relatives and friends in Ukraine. And personally, for me, it's like living in two realities. When every day I read news about Ukraine and I communicate with my relatives and friends from Ukraine. And, of course, sometimes it's that quite stressful. And I'm just trying, to balance between these two realities. This is how I feel about that.
And today you have a very good distraction by going cross-country skiing. Have you ever done it before?
Okay, I used to experience skiing when I was a kid. It was school times because we used to have snowy winters in a central part of Ukraine, where I'm from. But then it changed, and now in case to do skiing, we need to move to another part of the country, to the west, because there is snow actually in winter. And so that's why I'm so excited really to have this experience today, and also to see this, another part of Quebec province. And I'm so grateful to OuiCanSki agency and to Sandy for this opportunity.
Well, Sandy, they're going to be learning cross-country skiing and snowshoeing. And you were saying to me that snowshoeing is such a North American thing. It's not like, there's not a lot of other countries that do snowshoeing.
No, I never really realized it until I tried to have a conversation about snowshoeing with people, and most of them, they have this blank stare. They don't know what it is. So when we asked if people wanted to go snowshoeing or skiing, only 2 people actually said snowshoeing, but I have a feeling they're going to look at it and they're going to go, maybe I'll try that. I just think people don't know what it is. And that was really when I realized, maybe this is another thing that is really Canadian.
Victoria, have you ever gone snowshoeing?
No, actually, never.
Did you know what it was before you left?
Snowshoeing? No, actually, I don't know. I'm quite open to this new experience with Sandy.
Sandy, you got a third person.
Fantastic. I hope more people try it. I think they'll actually have more fun, but whatever. It's a blast. It's really about being in the outdoors and experiencing snow on your face and on your mittens and your hands and being cold and understanding that you can actually have a blast in the Canadian winter. I love winter. I'm winter woman. Hear me roar type of thing.
I know, and you always do try and get me outside.
Yes. When are you coming, Sona?
I nap, Sandy, on the weekend, okay?
No, I'm gonna change that in you. You're gonna wake up even earlier than now just to come cross country or snowshoeing.
Oh, good Lord!
That?
All right, yeah, but you got to babysit. This is our exchange.
Okay, it's a deal.
But Sandy, this is a big endeavor to get all these people on a bus, to get them to go downhill skiing or cross country skiing. How do you get the funding? How do you get the resources to get this all together?
Let me be very clear about this. I don't have a penny. So this works out of the goodness of a lot of people's hearts. So OuiCanSki is supplying the buses. They have donations specifically right now for Ukrainian refugees. They're supplying the bus. But, for instance, I have Eau Claire gloves. They're giving everybody a free pair of mittens so that their hands will be warm. I have Alain Tanguay at Camping St. Agathe, who, when I went to him and I said, hey, Alain, I don't suppose you would want to do a cross-country event. He goes, sure. And I go, Alain, I have a budget of 0. And he looked at me and went, okay. So he is generously donating the entire day, all the equipment, all the rentals, all the instructors, everything's for free. I've got Felix and Norton who are donating cookies. I have Keurig, who is giving some coffee and some hot chocolate. And in the end of the day, I give everybody a little shot glass of maple syrup to make it absolutely Canadian. And I have to tell you, most of them have never tasted maple syrup before. And some of them like it, and they're like very happy, and some hate it. And the look on someone's face when they can't stand something but are trying to be polite is precious. Precious. Nothing like it.
Victoria, have you had maple syrup before?
Yeah, I have tried one.
Okay, and what do you think? You won't insult me if you don't like it. It's okay.
No, I don't know. It's just like, yeah.
Being polite.
Yeah.
You don't have
it's a very unique Canadian taste, I think. And I'm sticking with the Canadian part of this.
Yeah, I could drink 7 shot glasses of it. I understand that is who I am, but not everybody feels that way.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And you have mentioned on a Facebook post, if people have their cross-country skis, they're heading out that way, they can join you all today.
Absolutely. I invite everybody. I'm a fully participatory, bring everyone in organization. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what your experience is. If you want to come out and join us, please do.
Victoria, have fun today, and thank you so much for talking to us. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much as well. And yeah, I'm joining people. They're already ready to drink.
I know the bus is leaving. Okay, sorry.
Yes,
get on the bus. Get on the bus. I won't keep you any longer. Sandy,
okay,
thank you so much.
You
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon, Victoria. And Sandy, thank you so much for joining us again. Have fun today, and save some maple syrup for me.
I absolutely will. And next time I expect you to come join us with the entire fam jam, Sona.
Oh, it's a big fam jam.
It's all good. We got room for everybody here.
Have a great day. Thanks, Sandy.
All right. Take care. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Sandy Wolofsky is the founder of OuiCanSki and a ski instructor. Victoria Kazdan is a Ukrainian refugee who is learning to cross-country ski for the first time and apparently also snowshoeing, along with 59 others at Saint Agathe at the Camping et Centre de Plein Air de Saint Agathe des Monts, who donated the equipment for today's activity.